All right, well, hello there, everybody. So, you know what is coming up here? It is our trip announcements for our main trip of 2019 coming up in the summer. This is a region of the world that both of us have wanted to go to. I've been to part of it already, but there's still lots of it to explore that I haven't been to.
Yes.
So
I've been to a couple parts of it, but I would like to explore a lot more of it, and I'm very excited about this. You know, in a previous video we messed up and we actually had this showing, so we learned our lesson, and I'm not going to let you see this until he tells me to turn it around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, we've stopped on a few of these places in this region on some cruise stops, some brief cruise stops and stuff. So, but yeah, before we review, I'm going to just summarize some of our past main trips that we've had. There's obviously a lot of smaller trips in between these, but our first ever main trip was the Japan and China trip back in 2013. Then we had our South America trip about a month long later in 2013. And then our Southern Africa adventure in 2014, summer of 14. And then our Iceland trip, 2015 was our triple trip here. That was a crazy year, 3 trips. Iceland was the first one, and we had our around the world trip in that summer of 15, and of course Antarctica in November and December of that year. And then January of 17, we did Morocco for about 8 days, and then later of 2017 in September we did the Cambodian Southeast Asia trip, and of course our most recent trip, the Central Europe trip, just this past October. So with that being said, go and reveal the binder. What's going to be 2019?
We're going to Central America.
Central America.
Yes.
Oh,
we are
yeah.
going to Guatemala, Nicaragua, and
We're starting in Guatemala, which is up in the northern part here, going through Honduras, and then backing it down into El Salvador, and then ending in Nicaragua.
I thought it was Honduras, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, Honduras is a pretty short stop. I think it's like 1 or 2 nights. I think the majority of the trip will be in Nicaragua and then El Salvador. That's the main focus. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty awesome time. It's going to be right in the middle of summer, so it's going to be hot. July 5th through the 16th. So yeah, it's going to be...
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a little bit of everything on this trip. It's going to be everything from volcanoes to beaches to jungles, and I think there'll be some Mayan ruins in there as well.
Ooh.
So it'd be pretty awesome. Oh.
I am so excited about this trip that
Oh, yeah.
When I ran out of coffee, I went out and I bought Guatemalan coffee.
Oh yeah.
It is really, really strong. Oh my God, it smells so good. But yeah, I've been literally thinking about this trip every single day since he announced it. I am super excited. I love
I can't
Central
wait.
America. I love South America. I'm excited.
I can't wait. Yes. So there'll be 3 new countries for me, and I think it's the same for you as well.
Yeah.
Since we've both done Honduras. The only repeat country we'll have is Honduras, which was on the cruise stop back in 2014, back during your birthday. So. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, with Central America, it's going to be border crossings like crazy. So we're going to get like a bunch of stamps on each of the border crossings. So it'll be good thing we got those extra pages. So, yeah, can't wait. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be hot down there. It's going to be probably in about the 80s and 90s. Hopefully the weather will be good. But, yeah, it'll be through Intrepid Travel. This will be our 3rd trip with Intrepid. So they're always a good company to go with.
Yeah.
We did our first one with Southern Africa was the first trip with Intrepid. And the second trip with them was India that following year.
That was a great trip.
That was part of the Around the World trip in 2015.
It was hot as hell in India. So.
Oh my God, yeah. India was super hot.
This time we're wearing looser fitting shirts because if we're going to Central America in July, I am not sweating to death.
Yeah.
If I do, at least I'll be comfortable. But I am really, really excited about this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm still working on the flights and everything, doing some pricing on the flights. But yeah, we still have 5 months, so tons of time to see where the cheapest flights are going to go out of. We'll probably go out of either Louisville or if we get lucky, like we've been recently, go out of Lexington here. The last couple of trips we've gone out of Lexington with some pretty reasonable airfare. So it's got to keep checking the sites and Just be patient with it. But yeah, it'll be almost 2 weeks. We'll be leaving on a Friday, July the 5th, I believe. Or maybe even on the 4th. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm going to play with the dates and see. And then we'll be back on the 16th of July, which is on a Tuesday. So yeah, about 12 days overall. Cannot wait. But yeah, our itinerary, I have our itinerary right here. The trip itself is called Guatemala and Beyond through Intrepid Travel.
I like the and beyond part.
Yeah. And then there's the highlights there. Yeah, the Mayan ruins, volcanoes, beaches, jungles, a little bit of everything. Yeah, we start in Antigua, which is in Guatemala City. And then we go through Copan. And then a couple of days in Chuchitoto. All kinds of optional excursions here. I think there's like bird parks, island excursions. And like I said, a bunch of Mayan ruins. I think there's a couple chances to go to some Mayan ruins. Then we go into El Cucu. Or Coco, something like that. Leon.
Yes
And then
to all of the above.
And we'll end in Granada. Monkey Island boat tours, and then I'm really looking forward to the Messiah volcano night hike. You can actually I've looked up videos where you can actually see magma, like molten lava and stuff coming up. So hopefully we'll get to see that.
Yes.
And then we'll have a water crossing over the Gulf of Fonseca, I think is what it's called. But yeah, there'll be some long travel days. There's some 6 to 8 hour travel days on this trip. A lot of going in between the cities and stuff. So, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty fast-paced trip with everything, with all the activities, travel days, all that stuff. So,
Ooh, activities. And
I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a good variety of everything on this one. So yeah, can't wait.
I can't wait either. I'm so excited. I love Central America. Yay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and another thing, once we do this trip, I will have been to every country in Central America, everything from Mexico down to Panama. So, and you'll have almost everything.
Still have to go to Costa
Still
Rica
need-
at some point.
Still need Costa Rica, and you still need Panama as well.
I'm still excited.
You'll have
though.
everything. Yeah, it'll be
Yes.
pretty awesome.
And assuming the food down there is pretty good. If it's anything like in South America, I'll be very happy.
Oh yeah,
And the scenery, oh my god, I can't wait.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Can't
fast
wait.
forward to July and let's go right now.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. Yeah, 2019 is
Yes.
already a month in. It's already 3rd day of February here, so it's going to be here before we know it. So we'll see everybody very shortly as this nears.
Yes.
Woohoo!